It is
Time
for
the
final
2
minutes
podcast
without.
chugs
But guess what? We gonna do this shit anyways. It's your boy JB,
and clap.
and we gonna talk about all shit sports related and a little bit of bro talk sprinkled in between there.
Sports related. Here, let's hit them with this. Do you like cheerleaders at sporting games, or do you think that's more of like a 1940s thing to like get people to join in before TV was popular? Because they don't ever show cheerleaders except like going into timeouts and stuff. Like they show them like right as they're transitioning into like an Allstate commercial, and then they're not like hey, like look at us.
I mean, you're talking to a Steelers fan. I mean, the Steelers haven't had cheerleaders since like the 1950s, so it's like.
Did you guys ever have a mascot, or is just the terrible towel the mascot?
No, we did. So the Steelers used to have a mascot, and that was way back in the day. So not nowadays, you know, and anywhere within like the past 30 years. I think his name was Steely. He was like 30 or 40 years ago or some shit, and he had like a, you know, he had like a steel face. He just looked like a person that was made of steel.
I'm sorry, I'm an asshole. I spilled that water all over the city.
But represent, it's the DILF.
And the MILF. Back at you. Fucking spilled it again, bro.
And we are going to be doing the 12 seltzers of Christmas. If you don't follow us on TikTok, you don't
do it
follow
now.
us on Instagram, you don't follow us on Twitter.
You ain't a real fan.
And if you ain't a real fan, then you ain't a real fan. Simple as that. So,
And you'll probably get gonorrhea by sitting on a rest stop toilet seat on the turnpike between Vero Beach and Ocala.
And for people that aren't from Florida, that's the equivalent of your major highway in between some dumpster town and another dumpster town.
At a dumpster rest stop. You see they temporarily suspended gambling for Hard Rock app?
So I didn't see that, but I had gotten something from DraftKings to sign a petition to bring sports gambling back to Florida.
Hey, let us take your money. Sign this form saying you want us to take your money in your state.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not going to have any of this shit. You know, first of all, like, I'm a very light gambler. Like, I'll admit that. Like, occasionally I'll do a parlay, like, here and there. Or if I feel confident on a game, or, you know, I have, like, a work, like, pick 'em type thing, like, I do it. But
I wish
I had
your self-control, bro. Honestly, it was probably good that they canceled it or, like, temporarily suspended it because I was down, like, $300. But it's, like, a month long. So like $300 for a month, I could make that in a day or two, if I hit a couple good parlays.
yeah, for sure.
For sure. Hey, the batting average doesn't need to be high, baby. I can get in the Hall of Fame batting 300.
I mean, I think the stat was if Tony Gwynn played 2 major league seasons and didn't get a single hit based off of like the average of at bats people get nowadays, he still wouldn't be below a 300 average.
Who?
Tony Gwynn for the Twins.
I was gonna guess the Seattle Mariners, so I was close.
No, Tony for the Padres, not the Mariners.
Oh,
I'm like, what the?
So I was even
you
closer.
You said the Mariners. You confused the fuck out of me.
You said the Twins first.
I know, it was my bad. I was thinking Kirby Puckett for some reason.
Kirby Puckett. What a 1980s
Tony Gwynn
name.
played for the Padres. The Padres. The Podgers. I was thinking Dodgers. Your boy had a bit too much to drink.
The Dilf's been going ham, bro.
Bro, but Tony Gwynn, like, he was the truth, though. Like, he used to stand in the batter's
Tony
box.
Glenn?
Gwen.
Cowboys used to have a receiver named Terry Glenn.
Irrelevant.
I don't know.
I mean, he was pretty
Glenn
irrelevant.
family?
Does anyone remember that guy?
Some Cowboys fans might.
And does anyone remember Tony Gwynn that played for the Twins? No.
Nah. Cowboys also used to have a receiver named Patrick Kirk. Nope. Patrick something. And he ended up getting caught in Chicago with like kilos of cocaine on him.
Bro, wasn't that on like a ESPN Classic? I think ESPN Classic's done now, isn't it? I think they said
the
they
whole
were
channel.
deleting it.
Yeah, well, didn't they used to use that channel for like the ESPN 8 The Ocho on like August 1st or whatever it was, and then they just moved it all to ESPN2. I wish they would have like dart like leagues on ESPN, like professional dart leagues. I want darts. I want cornhole. I want American
Have you seen
ice shuffle. What's the Olympic sport where they're like this? What is
I
it?
don't know. You tell me.
Ice shuffle, ice picking. You got the laptop, bro. Research that shit.
You keep the people distracted.
All right. Listen. Save the bees, because if there's no bees, there's no flowers. And if there's no flowers, your girlfriend will be pissed forever. Ice sports. Ice sports, they push something away. Ice sports, they push something down the stairs, down the ice.
Hey, don't worry about curling. Oh, curling.
So check this out. I went to
And tell me why that is the same as curling iron, but it is what it is, I guess.
So check this out. I went up to Michigan one time, and Uncle picked me up from the airport. We go straight from the airport to B-Dubs to go get some food and beers and stuff.
Buffalo Wild Wings, in case y'all didn't know that.
They know. It's B-Dubs.
B-Dubs.
So,
and in case y'all don't know, I'm sorry to take a break there, but once one is finished with a seltzer or a beer, they get to choose out of a line of other seltzers on what they want to pick next. And I choose Bud Light Seltzer, Iced Tea, Apple. Ja boy.
boom. So anyways, so we go to a B-Dubs, and we're getting some food. We're sitting at the bar, and there's a TV right in front of us playing curling. So USA was playing. Obviously, we're going to fucking root for the USA.
Obviously.
Because we bleed red, white, and blue.
I mean, I pissed earlier, and it was red.
Can you go to the doctors, please? Jesus. So we're cheering for curling, right? And everybody in the bar is like looking at us like, what the fuck? Like, or they weren't making a ruckus, but they were staring at us like, what the fuck's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
Like, they're watching curling, and you got all these sports on. Well, a storm was a brewing, and like the clouds came over the sky and blocked the DirecTV satellite dish. So all the TVs said, hey, like weather problems are causing us to not be able to play your game or play the channel or whatever.
Yeah.
So the only thing available was the curling. So by the time we left, the entire bar was cheering on for the USA curling team.
Now tell me, how did that end up? Did the USA end up beating everyone?
Bro,
or
we
what?
smoked Canadia's ass so bad.
Fuck Canada. What are they good for? Maple syrup, bacon,
Absolutely
free
nothing.
health care? Come on, Canada.
Who
Get
needs
it
that?
together.
Hey, guess what? If you don't eat too much syrup, you don't need free healthcare.
Exactly, because that shit's pumped up with sugar.
It's like it's a circle.
The USA would never add sugar in any of their products.
Or vitamins.
USA.
So yeah, I woke up late today, and I missed the entire first slate of games. What was your favorite game of the day?
Honestly, there was a couple good ones. So the San Francisco-Cincinnati game ended up in overtime.
Brandon Ayuk won it in OT with that 12-yard catch.
Yeah, I think it was 11. Fact check.
Tomato.
Potato, tomato. But anyways, I have to go with... If I were to think back on all the games that were played today, I have to say probably the Bills and the Bucks, right?
That was a
know
good game. So when I left my place to come up here, Bucks were up 24-3 at halftime. And then the Bills ended up coming back, and it was 27-24. They tied it up, and then Bucks won an OT.
Yep. It was 24. It was 24-3 at half, and then the Bills came roaring back, and they ended up tying it 27-27. And I think the spread, like, you got to think, like, are these games rigged a little bit? Because I think the spread was 3.5.
Oh, they're rigged.
Yeah, and then the Bucks ended up winning by 6. So in overtime, they could have kicked the field goal, and at the end of the day, if they would have kicked the field goal, the Buffalo Bills still would have technically won by half a point. So they probably picked where everyone was betting, probably Buffalo.
Vegas,
hey,
time travel
make sure Tampa Bay wins, because I thought Stephon Diggs was held at least 4 plays in that game.
At least. And then they were calling all the holding plays for Mike Evans.
I mean, it was a pass
was
interference,
junk.
but we get it. Same difference. Potato, tomato.
Tomato Matasso.
I think we honestly need that like comedic break, and this is where Chug comes in so clutch with his butt chug picks of the week, or that stupid little that he adds to the show. Like,
I'll give my clapping cheeks pick of the week.
I mean, we could do clapping cheeks pick of the week.
Yep.
But can we also first let's talk about this Christmas tree, this fur that we have in the back here. It is not faux. It is real.
It's a real tree?
Really fake.
I was about to sniff the shit out of it.
And you would have smelt that fake scent that we put in there.
Smells like plastic.
Smells like a fur. Smells like a faux fur.
Like the little bow tie you got going on. Is that in the shot?
No, it's not in the shot.
Let's go. Ooh, get that. Ooh.
Get in, Jer.
Ooh. All right, go back down.
Back to us. Back to us. Back
Hold
to
on.
us.
To the tree?
Back to
Back to us. Back to the tree? Back to us.
give our 12 fans what they want.
Terrible content.
And the 3 people that host this are 3 of the fans. So where does that tell you where we're at? Come on.
9 fans total.
But we're looking for more, and hopefully we can put in some better content.
Hey, we're looking for more. So if you're applying for a good podcast, send us your application.
Exactly. And did you know? So I recently posted on our TikTok account that Randall Cunningham, quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, back in the 80s, 90s, had a 91-yard punt in his career. A quarterback, a 91-yard punt.
Did you see the play, or did you just know that as a fun fact?
What? Both. So I've actually seen it. Not obviously in person because I was born in '93, but I've seen it in a clip, and he literally punted that shit from his end zone to the opponent's.
Was it before we were born? When was it?
It was borderline when we were born.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know how. He also has an 80-yard punt on his resume too. He has a 91-yard punt.
Dude was
an
just swinging buckets. Were they pooch punts?
This guy, no. I mean, you got to think about it. The first one, for it to be a 91-yard punt, he would have had to been on the 9-yard line.
Dude kicked it, and it just landed at the right time and just rolled.
At the one, I think it was at the goal line, and he punted it all the way to the 9 or some shit like that. Like, he was literally in the end zone when he punted the football.
What a gem.
Dude.
Hey, shout out to Randall Cunningham. The MILF and the DILF. We salute you.
If anything.
That was the cutest thing we've ever done. That was so synchronized.
Is borderline.
We did shave our armpits together. That was pretty cute.
Not anymore. Furry, baby.
You're a furry?
No, I'm not a furry. I don't even know what that means, man.
So a furry is somebody who dresses up as animals to have sexual attraction with other people. If you were a furry,
Dude, so
what animal
someone that puts on a dog mask and they're like, let me hump you, I'm a dog. That's a furry.
Rough, baby. If you were a furry, what animal would you dress up as?
I'd probably be a rhino. Only because that's
oh, that's a good call.
Because
rhino or elephant are pretty basic.
Yeah, I'm like a bigger dude, but also, I'm just like,
you know what I would do?
Dog,
I would dress up as a dolphin. Dolphins be fucking, bro. They'd be like this.
Bro, dolphins, look this shit up. Dolphins are like the #1 fucking rapers.
Number 2 human rapists.
Dude.
Behind humans.
Dude. Dolphins will be pulling up on you with their junk out like no one's business. Just all the time.
Just willy-nilly.
You don't want that shit.
And their willies get really nilly.
Don't fuck with the Dolphins. So what you got with the NBA? How your Pistons doing? Is Cade Cunningham winning you any games yet?
No, he hasn't won us a single game. We stink. But it's okay. Honestly, I haven't really been paying too much attention to NBA or NHL. Like, enough to gamble. Like, I know like when teams are going on streaks and stuff, but I haven't been paying attention to individual players.
Yeah, for sure. But I know Blake Griffin, you recently did an interview, and you know he's obviously a part of the Brooklyn Nets organization and everything like that. But they gave him a choice. They're like, so if you were to pick a city to live in between L.A., Detroit, and that's all they gave him because he was obviously in Brooklyn. They didn't want to give him that choice. He's like, I would pick Detroit. He's like, honestly, like it's a good city. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, well, you know, with everything, you know, the tax factors and everything like that. He was like, you know, Detroit's a good city to live in. He's like, they did me no wrong, pretty much.
You know why? Because Detroit's got heart. Okay, all of this. A lot of caffeine, a lot of heart. Honestly, Detroit's really nice. Like you have like the terrible spots where
Detroit.
You have like the terrible spots where
Intermission. When is the last time their hockey team has been relevant?
2012.
We're gonna fact check that.
But we're on the way back, baby. We got Stevie Y as the GM. The rookie we have is the fucking stud. I don't know his name, but I know he's been scoring hella points. He's leading all rookies in points this year.
And he's a stud.
Stud. But yeah, the city of Detroit's nice, man. Like, other than like the broken down, like rundown parts where nobody lives in, and it's like
honestly,
for homeless people and shit.
Every good city has that portion.
But like, dude, Michigan is such a beautiful state. It just sucks because it's miserably cold for about 4 months of the year, and then it's just cold for another 5 months. Hey, shout out to Slurshed Clothing for this hoodie. This joint's mad comfy. Yeah. Oh, was it a good joke? I thought it was funny. That's what happened when mom starts drinking.
Bro, you look so sloshed right now. This show has been a wrap. I gotta pee.
Yeah, I gotta pee too. Hey, BRB. I'm gonna leave this in. No, Jordan, I'm not gonna cross streams with you.
I'm just like watching it go by, and I'm just like realizing like half the shit that we've talked about makes no sense.
You know the description of our show is sports and nonsense. I'm not just good hair and great looks, okay? I also got brains.
Brains. That is what the show is all about, is brains.
Hey,
and
the
I'll
MILF
drink
and
to
the
that.
DILF.
MILF and the dope, baby. Honestly, I forget how smooth this show moves whenever Chugs is here. But, you know, I think we have to honor him. I think we have to do some college picks for the playoffs that are upcoming.
All right, look them up, pal.
Guess what? We gonna do this shit. We gonna do some upcoming playoff battles. And guess what?
Okay.
I know.
I'll just get out of the Instagram live.
I know your boy Clap.
Oh, me?
Is dying to give his opinion on things because he is a Michigan Wolverines fan. Go Blue.
Well, should we do picks this week? Because I thought we have like we have a full week until games are played. I don't think they play games this upcoming week.
No. It's the last. Honestly, it's the last week of December.
Hey, shout out to Michigan in the Orange Bowl. Hey, you want to go to the game? Oh no, you're gonna be in South Carolina. Fuck, I can't go either. I fucking work.
Can you even believe that Cincinnati has made this shit?
Yes, I think they should have. I think they should have made the playoffs 2 years ago.
Cincinnati, but it's also like, have they really been playing the competition? I think
Has Alabama been playing the competition?
the week in and week out, yes. I mean, they just beat Georgia, who everyone thought was the number one team in the whole entire nation.
Whoop-de-freaking-do. It was one game, okay? Alabama plays Jackson State, Palm Beach State.
I mean, but you think about it, like, yes, those are the tune-up games, but, you know, prior to this season, they played number 13 Miami, who they lost, and obviously Miami
And was
wasn't.
Miami even ranked at the end of the season?
No. They weren't, but they were
Because
number
they're
13 at the
dog slop
time.
water.
I mean,
Sorry.
they play ranked teams, you know, half of their schedule. They beat Ole Miss.
Ole Miss wasn't that bad. They were just
They beat
inconsistent.
Auburn. They beat some ranked teams. So I think that their card as far as who they played this season, you know, it stacks up to a lot of teams that are in the playoff. You know, I think that Alabama should have been number one, which they are. And then I think that
You think just
Georgia
because they
should have
beat
been
Georgia?
number two.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, Georgia should have been number two. Just
Who's number two, Michigan?
Based off of opponents. No. I said number two should have been Georgia.
But I'm saying, who is number two? Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan's number two.
Motherfucker.
He knew.
I didn't know.
He wanted
I
his
just
glory.
wanted some reassurance.
He wanted his glory. So Michigan's number two,
You see it?
and then Georgia, then Cincinnati, and
Georgia went to number 4, right? Because they lost.
no, number three. You know,
So since he's 4?
Cincinnati. I feel like the college football panel, you know, put Cincinnati in because they're undefeated. They beat everyone that they needed to beat. But I don't think that they stack up against that top 3 competition like a lot of people think that they will.
I really hope that they beat Alabama week 1. That would be sick. With 3 C's. No K's.
And they will not beat. I will bet. I'm almost willing to bet my whole life that they will not beat Alabama. Whole life. On Alabama. Against Cincy. My life is worth at least
See if there's spreads out for that game.
$1 million.
He doesn't have $1 million. He can't do that.
No, I can't do that. I could do that. Maybe.
Hey, shout out to the MILF and the DILF.
Look at Notre Dame that nearly made a college football playoff and they lost their coach. Could you imagine if they made the playoff and their coach is over in fucking LSU talking like a LSUian?
Who the fuck is Brian Kelly, right?
Whatever his name is, fuck him.
Who the fuck does Brian Kelly think he is to leave a school like right before you're about to make the playoffs? I mean, I guess he made $100 million, so like, good for him. Get your money, pal. But that was a dick move, bro. You left your school right before the playoffs when you guys had a chance to make it to the playoffs, and then you just dipped. And all of a sudden, you come up with a fake accent to live in Cajun country. You are something else, pal. You are something else.
Did you know? So they put on the website that Alabama is 60 minutes away from being in their 6th national championship game in 7 years.
That's pretty good. Did you ever see the correlation between Alabama and their championship runs and New England with their championship runs? I think it's like, 13 out of the last 15 years, either Alabama or the New England Patriots were in the championship game.
That's pretty fucking sick.
What the fuck?
Tom Brady and Nick Saban. Could you imagine? What if
Son of a bitch.
So what if Tom Brady and Nick Saban made a love child? Would
That would be on National Geographic, because how?
That would be the best player and coach that the league has ever seen. College football, NFL, whatever.
Archie Manning would end up looking like, what's the dude from Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Quasimodo.
He would end up looking like Quasimodo trying to throw a football. That's how good that kid would be. And Archie Manning's a stud.
Stud. Arch Manning is a stud. Archie Manning played in like the 70s.
Shay Shay.
And guess what? Your boy, we'll drink to that.
Milf and the Dilf.
Till the end of this episode, at least. We miss you, Chugs. You is the boy. So, yeah, the Cincinnati Bearcats will take on Alabama 3:30 p.m. December 31st in Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
Okay, State. That's what I was rooting for to make the college football playoffs. But you know what? We in Jer.
Can you give me a drink, pal?
No. So the over-under for the Cincinnati-Alabama game is 58. That's a tough one. What would you pick for Cincinnati-Alabama under 58?
I don't know. I'm so parched right now. I can't think.
Here's a water, bub.
You son of a bitch. Did you drink all the beers?
Kirkland brand water.
Do we have no beers left? It's
No,
behind
we
your
haven't.
laptop, pile.
Yeah, guess what? He gets a Snickle Fritz, which is the lime,
Why do you call it Snickle Fritz?
because it's not as good as the rest.
Cherry isn't as good as the rest.
No, the cherry limeade is pretty decent. I liked it. And 12 seltzers of Christmas coming up on our TikTok, Instagram,
I love all the plugs. It's
our Twitter. It was at the final 2 minutes. Ja boys over here. Honestly, we're just talking bullshit at this point because Chugs isn't here. This whole podcast is a sham. I think we're sham. I don't think we make the podcast. I think all of us together make the podcast. I don't think two individuals alone make the podcast.
You know why we are a sham? Because shams are decorative pieces. And the two of us
sometimes
make the
sham
show look better.
wows. Sometimes sham wows. Which I think he's in prison still.
So when they see the show, they're going to be like, oh, the show's a sham. Wow. I still like it. Hey, a shout out to you who thinks that way.
Guess what? You're our new biggest fan. We love you. That's a heart. I'm an island boy.
Did you
Just
see
trying
that?
to make it.
Did you see them get booed off the stage at Live?
So that's what they said. They're like, oh, we never got booed off stage. Like,
They
we
got
were there.
booed.
No, we were there. We know what happened. We didn't get booed. And guess what? Bad publication is just as good as good publication. Okay, Joe.
Excuse me. What they should have done is they should have just made as much money as they could off a Cameo.
They still make pretty
Started an
decent
Island
money.
Boy realty business
If
and
they
then
were,
flip houses and look gangsta as fuck with Louis Vuitton belts.
don't they do that?
I think they do like the second half of that. Listen, if you want life advice, fuck with your boys, all right? We'll help you out with everything. Let me hold this microphone properly. If you want life advice, fuck with us. We'll tell you what to do. Send us a selfie, and we'll tell you what you look like.
Your boy over here look like Quasimodo. They was joking on me like I look like Quasimodo. You look like Quasimodo. You didn't even know his name. I knew it.
Yeah, because people call you that all the time.
No, because I actually watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wait, did we find out what Alabama's favored by?
No, they said everything's too early. They just had the over under at 58.
No, they have the spreads right there, 13.5.
Where?
To the left of the over-under pile. I will take Alabama 13.5. If you want to bet something.
No. I will take Alabama 13.5. I think Alabama is going to steamroll Cincinnati. The Bearcats.
I'll take Cincinnati 13.5 then, if you want to bet something.
I will bet something that Alabama wins plus, or they're going to be negative 13.5.
What should we bet?
I will bet a butt jug.
a full beer in the ass.
No, that would get me drunk as shit.
That's the point.
No. Okay.
I don't want anything going in my butt.
So, I think if I lose, we have to be even because I won the Cooper Cup bet. Technically,
but there was a stipulation in there for a reason. Okay, you can't start calling disclaimer on the stipulation.
Honestly, I was the one. He wasn't even thinking about it. I was the one that's like, "Oh, due to injury, everything is withdrawn."
You know why he was thinking that? Because he was so afraid that he was going to lose, and I knew I was going to win.
I knew Cooper Cup torn ACL injury
was
prone,
highly
but
likely.
He's not really injury prone. Cooper Cup is your boy, and I drafted him. He's on my squad. Shout out to Cooper Cup. Go off tomorrow.
All right. Loser of the Alabama-Cincinnati 13.5 point spread wager that we place on camera. The loser has to dress really silly for one episode.
Really silly. You might as well be a girl. You know? So
all right, fine.
I say
loser has to wear a bra for an entire episode.
The loser has to chug 4 beers before we start next episode. The next episode after
before
the game.
we start.
Before we start the next episode of whenever that game is played.
Well, I think the next episode is going to be the Bake Off.
No, after the game is played. The game is the 31st.
Yeah. True.
So whenever our next podcast episode is after the 31st of December.
MILF and the DILF, baby.
So whenever that is,
All right.
the loser has to chug 4 straight seltzers or beers lined up right in front of them before we start the next episode.
I'm going to say fuck so much if I lose. Yeah, take your fucking water back, you thirsty son of a bitch.
I am thirsty. Fuck you. Water is good for hydration. Seltzers are
Gatorade.
good for getting drunk.
Gatorade's better.
Water sucks.
All right.
It really, really sucks.
All right, this is for our bet. I think Cincinnati will cover a 13.5 point spread.
And I think Alabama will cover 13.5.
So you think Alabama's going to win by 14 or more?
Alabama's going to win by 13.5 or more. As if half points were not a thing.
He's dumb, pal. Ugh. You're going to be so drunk on the next episode.
It's not going to be the next episode because guess what? Chugs is going to be back. We're going to record another one.
He has to do his butt chug for the Christmas special.
Oh, I cannot wait until the 23rd.
So we're not going to show the tube going in his ass. But trust me, when you see that beer going down, it's not going in his mouth.
If he even does that, like honestly, like
He'll do it. I'll shove it in his butthole.
It's such a medical risk because
I'm a nurse in training. It's okay.
Okay, so I don't think that way. Like I honestly think that a butt chug would go straight to his fucking head.
People do it all the time, and they don't get hospitalized every single time.
Steve-O did it one time off of Jackass. I think that's what our reference is here.
Sorry, Dad.
We're sorry you couldn't have taught us any better than to watch Jackass in our youth.
Oh, no, that's what Steve-O said right before he did the butt chug. He goes, sorry, Dad, don't disown me.
Oh, my God.
I hope Chug says that right before he does his.
Sorry, dads. Don't disown me.
Feet up in the air like, all right, sorry, Dad.
Just taking a taking a beer bong up the ass. Like, could you imagine, like, just draining a whole beer?
What a life. I can't. I don't want anything in my butt. That's a fire exit only.
After Taco Bell. Dude, do you still like Taco Bell?
I fucking love Taco Bell, dude. It's so good. It's my favorite fast food.
Honestly, like, I think if Chick-fil-A didn't exist, like Taco Bell would definitely be number one.
I went on a big Chick-fil-A run for a couple years where I was eating it like 3 to 5 times a week. Like big run. And I kind of like dialed it back because there was one time I had it was a grilled chicken biscuit for breakfast. And I was roofing at the time, and I ended up shitting myself. So it kind of turned me off. I was like, all right, like I can't. So I haven't been into Chick-fil-A as much. Taco Bell doesn't make me shit myself. That's why I go there.
But I would think it was the opposite because Taco Bell, every time I eat it, like it just hits me, and it hits me hard.
I think I'm so like acclimated to Taco Bell's food. That's why.
Yeah.
I think my body was just like, oh, okay, we're home.
Like, let's just hit them. You're going to hit them hard.
You remember those flatbreads we used to get back in high
Dude,
school
the
for
fucking
$1?
chicken flatbreads, those were the best.
We would
man.
drop $11 as a unit, the two of us, and be fucking stuffed.
After your boy hit all them motherfucking flatbreads because it was fucking fire.
So we would have Gangsta Skip Day where we would drop the kids off at school, Austin and Kyle. Drop them off at school, go to Taco Bell, get the light and sweet extra large iced coffees, get a thing of donuts, go back to, Captain Caveman's Casa, write kick-ass raps and play Madden all day. And then for lunch, we would go to Taco Bell and drop $11.
And $11 took you a long way at Taco Bell back in the day. Like, that would get you 12 chicken flatbreads and 12 tacos. That's how old we are. 90s kids.
You want to go to Taco Bell and get us an Uber? I want Taco Bell so bad. It's so good.
I'm glad that you said that because I literally have ground beef, horse cum, a.k.a.
Mayo?
Sour cream. No, sour cream.
Okay.
Cheese, tomatoes in a bowl. Eat them with Fritos. Taco Bell.
A walking taco.
Earlier.
What, so Chick-fil-A is your favorite fast food restaurant?
I would probably say so. Like, just like the flavor and everything, like Chick-fil-A is pretty fire.
What's your go-to meal at Chick-fil-A?
Just a regular chicken sandwich, some waffle fries.
Chick-fil-A sauce?
Chick-fil-A sauce is definite, but I don't put it on my sandwich. I put mayonnaise on the sandwich, extra pickles, and then you go Chick-fil-A sauce, dip it with the waffle fries.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. I don't do the pickles, so I'll get a spicy chicken sandwich, no pickle. And then
No pickles? Bro,
I don't like
they're
pickles,
known
bro. They're
for their
disgusting.
pickles.
No, well, they're known for their pickles being disgusting, bitch. I hate pickles, dog. I'll get a spicy chicken deluxe. Basically, like without the pickles or tomato. So it'll be spicy chicken with cheese and lettuce. Eat that, and then I do dip
Why would you order a deluxe if you're just gonna take every shit out of it?
I only take half of it out because the deluxe still comes with cheese and lettuce. I just don't want the deluxe with tomato.
Okay.
And then I do dip the waffle fries in Chick-fil-A sauce. Bro, I keep Chick-fil-A sauce on deck. So Chick-fil-A sauce and ketchup are the two condiments in my fridge where I have a bottle in the fridge and then I have one in the pantry for backup just in case. And then I have like 4 barbecue sauces. But like those are all in the fridge.
Gotta keep them on deck, honestly.
Yeah. What's your favorite sauce?
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah?
Chick-fil-A is my favorite sauce. Like, it gives you the smoky, the sweet. It gives you
so
everything.
good.
Like, Chick-fil-A is the most well-rounded sauce that I know of. Like, yes, like in certain instances, like I love buffalo sauce. I love buffalo garlic. Like anything garlic, honestly. But Chick-fil-A sauce, it just hits different. Like, it's smoky.
I think honey
sweet.
garlic is one of the most overrated flavors. It's okay, but it's not great. Like I know people that order honey garlic every time they get wings, and it's not.
I'm more of a hot
it's not
garlic.
that good.
I'm more of a hot garlic. Hot garlic.
Oh,
Hot garlic. Honey garlic's, you know, it is what it is, but honey garlic is definitely hits the spot.
who's here?
It's probably the cat.
I'll fucking kill him.
Fuck that cat. This my Ring doorbell going off. Same cat I got in my backyard every single fucking day. And the cat. It's right there.
I'm ready to call this an episode. You done? You got anything else to say? Hold on.
I think our talks are going to be better.
You see this? Look at the watch. It's time for the final
2
minutes. Okay. For the final 2 minutes, I want to talk about which fat son of a bitch thought Santa just wanted cookies and milk, and everybody else in the world was like, "Oh, that's a great idea. Let's all give him cookies and milk."
I'm about to get super duper serious.
Oh,
Taking my shit off a stand.
hold on.
Honestly, I think it was Santa that decided he wanted cookies and MILF. And I think it was us who decided we wanted cookies and GILF.
Wait, am I Santa? Or am I what Santa wants?
Sure.
Hey, I'll be what you want, Daddy. Just give me a fucking kayak for Christmas. You know, on my Christmas list, I put a fish tank, sneakers, a fighter jet, and an Amazon gift card.
Those are all pretty solid gifts. Honestly, I just put someone take care of my kids. Let me get alone time and watch football.
He put a babysitter on his Christmas list.
I put one solo babysitter for 8 hours on a Sunday.
Just let Daddy have a drink by himself.
Yeah. Faux show. And wifey doesn't count because guess what? She gonna watch football too.
She's gonna be.
And
part
if we
of it.
drink enough, it gonna get frisky. Know what I'm saying? We gonna have more kids. And that has been the final 2 minutes. And we are so sorry Chugs wasn't here. This episode went off the rails, but
I loved it. This is my favorite episode yet. I wish we did every episode without Chugs.
we went back on the rails. And your boy Clap was drunk as shit. Your boy JV was drunk as shit. We took a piss break in the middle of the fucking podcast.
The final 2 minutes. This has been the MILF and the DILF coming at you.
And we signing out, your boy. Empty. Empty.
Hey, before I forget, I love you, pal.
Love you too, buddy.
Junk.
Gotta take a piss.